Good evening everyone. Today I will be talking about views and materialized views, which are two very important objects in SQL. I will be talking about the definition of views and materialized views and the similarity and differences between them. Coming to the definition of a view. A view is a virtual table and it is used to select portions of data from one or more tables in the database. But a view does not have any data of its own. And views are mainly used to restrict access to the database or to hide data complexity. Similarly, coming to materialized views, these are effectively database tables that contain the results of a query. They are mainly used in distributed system and data warehousing. Hence, a materialized view is used to access data which is stored remotely. Now coming to the similarity of view and materialized view is that both of them allow you to store the definition of a query in the database. But coming to the difference, I will be talking about two major differences. One is related to the storage of query results and another one is related to updation. Now coming to views, the value stored in data stored in view is the same as that stored in the database, but when it comes to materialized view, that is not the case, which is because materialized view returns a physically separate copy of the table data. Now coming to updation, if you were to update database, you would see that the view data matches that of the table data, but when it comes to materialized view, they are not the same, and to make it similar, you are supposed to sync it using the refresh option, or you can it happens automatically if you are using Oracle. In some cases, Oracle automatically syncs your materialized view with that of the database. So that is the two major differences. Now we will be trying to execute simple queries with respect to views and materialized view, for which I will be using these 5 tables: customer, order, order line, product and supplier table, and given below is my basic data set. So we will be performing query operations on this schema. These are the questions which will be addressed. So the first question is to create a view to display the customer name, order ID and quantity. So coming to that, so this is the first query. It is to create or replace V1 as select customer name, order ID, order quantity from customer order line. When this query is given, the view gets created. That's the first part of the question, which you saw has executed successfully. The second part of the question is to insert a row into this view. Now the view V1, as you saw earlier, has 2 base tables, customer and order line. So when I give this command to insert into a view, so I'm inserting the value Bilbo, and the order ID is 34 and the ordered quantity is 78. When I give this query, it gives me an error which says it cannot modify a column which maps to a non-key preserved table. Basically, that means that whenever you're using a view and you want to insert, delete or update values into this view, that is not possible because the view is referencing 2 base tables. Hence, that is not possible. It gives you this error. And if I were to update my view V1, that would give me the same error. So I have given the query to update my view V1, but it gives me this error, same error as the previous one: cannot modify a column which maps to a non-key preserved table. Coming to the second question, it says create a view V2 to display the order ID, order date and the date of delivery. And this is that, and I am referencing 2 base tables, orders and supplier 1. The view is created. Coming to the third one, this is to create a view V3 with customer name, order ID and order date from v1 and v2. These are two other views, so you can use a join operation there. Here you see that view v3 is created by joining v1 and v2. A new view v3 is thus created. Next it says to insert a row into the above view. That will give me an error. It says insert into v3, all this, but it gives an error. Cannot modify a column which maps to a non. That's same as the previous one. That's because the view v3 is accessing referencing four base tables: customer, order line, and orders and supplier one, which is why insert is not possible. Then coming here, it's asking if the view is updatable. You can't insert, neither can you update, because when you give update command here it says cannot modify a column. That's again the same error, and the reason is also the same as before. And then next comes this one. It's saying delete a row from the above view and state what happens to the other views from which it was created. Again, delete is a DML operation, and when you give delete command, you are trying to delete a view which is referencing delete from a view which is referencing four base tables, so it will give this error: cannot delete from view without exactly one key preserved table. Coming to the next question, that is create a materialized view which contains the customer ID, customer name, and product ID. So yes, you have created a materialized view, and the syntax for this is the same, only that instead of view you add this keyword materialized view. So you have used two tables to create this materialized view MV1, customers and products. Here is the result. Now they are asking if this view is updatable. So here I have tried to update my view, but it doesn't get updated. It gives me this error, which means that since my materialized view is referencing two base tables, customer and products, this is not a legal thing to do. Updation, insertion or deletion is not legal when a materialized view is referencing more than one base table, hence that error. Now coming to the next question, it's to create a view with check option which contains customer ID, customer name, and product description of all the customers who have ordered for the product equals chair. So this is a basic SQL query, but we have to add this with check option. So that is done like this, the basic SQL query for view, and I have added this with check option. So why do we use with check option is because it is telling that you are not allowed to access any rows from the table which is not defined in the view. So I have defined office chair in the view, so I cannot access any other rows, for example table lamp or anything else other than office chair. It doesn't allow for that. For that reason we are using with check option, so that no other rows can be accessed other than that which is described in this view, other than that which is defined in this view. So the view is created, and this with check option, it is used to add more security to the database when you are using views. Coming to the next question, so we have done this. Next it's saying insert a new row into the view with product description equals table. So this is to the question given here, insert a row, and then it says is the view updatable. So first I will try to solve this. if the view is updatable or not. So I'm trying to update this view. You cannot update this view because I am accessing more than one base table. I have customer C, I have products P. So for that reason I cannot modify it. I cannot update my table. Now coming to the next question. Yeah, so here we had insert a new row to the view with product description equals table. Is this view updatable? For that we saw the answer. Coming to the 8th question. Creating a materialized view which contains all the details of the supplier who is having rating equals 2. So that is the query. You have created a materialized view, and then from the above created view, create a new view which includes only details of supplier who have supplied quantity greater than 5. As select star from supplier, it says I'll give here select star from MV4. It's MV4. So the materialized view is created. So because I'm supposed to select from my previous view. So that is materialized view created. My query is executed successfully. Next is this one. To create a materialized view that displays all the details of all customers who belong to city X, so with check option. It is important to note that you cannot have check option in materialized views. So this will be the query. That's it. Yeah, so here you go. Okay, so this is the one. So the materialized view is created. Create materialized view MV3 as select star from customer with city equals taxi. That is all for views and materialized views discussion. Thank you.